I want to use my current Facebook group and morph it into a group similar to movement makers,
Okay.
but primarily for men and women who have experienced abusive relationships. I want to incorporate my challenges. Would you recommend that I sell the workbook separate from the membership or include the workbook?
Let's first talk about the angle, because last time we chatted, you
Okay.
said you were trying to help men. So what's the shift to also helping women?
Oh, Susie, that's true because yeah, Susie. So now you got you. That's Evan's got a great memory because remember it was about men. Even your IG live with him was about men, helping men become more confident and all that. So now she says, for men and women.
Right. I want to know what sparked that shift.
My current challenge, I had two people join, and one was a man and the other was a woman. I don't want to discriminate.
I don't know that I would position it as discriminating. I love the ability to be able to help as many people as possible, but if there's something in your heart that's like, no, I want to help men because of X, I wouldn't tell yourself that's just discriminating. Like, I love helping entrepreneurs. I love helping people, but I love helping entrepreneurs more than other people. So I don't see that as discriminating against non-entrepreneurs. So just more in service of what is in more service of your mission? Doesn't mean that it could be great to do both men and women, but I just worry about the language there.
My mission is to build healthier families, but that starts with the individual. And the program teaches adults who have been abused as children or in the past relationships to become a healthier adult. A healthier adult.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. I like it.
Oh, Susie said, haha, thank you, coach, for having my back.
Right?
He's talking about you, Evan.
Well, Susie finally answered your question. Like, well, maybe, but listen, if she did take a long time, then I'd give her crap for that. I'd say, hey, Susie, come on, what are we doing here? Why are you taking so long? But we went on some long story there. And anyway. Okay, so great. I like it. I mean, it's a new skill set, learning to help women as well as men. So back to what was the question about Facebook and Facebook groups and books and whatever? What did she have?
Okay. That was about she wanted to use her current Facebook group and morph it into a group similar to Movement Makers. So, but primarily for men and women who have experienced abusive relationships. She want to incorporate her challenges. So remember, she's got like 6 30-day challenges. Each one is in a particular different area of life.
I think it was more than 6. So that was 8. Am I wrong? Is it 6? Could be.
Yeah, she's spiritual, emotional, mental, or different areas. And she want to incorporate her challenges. Would you recommend that I sell the workbook separate from the membership or include the workbook?
I would sell the membership. Sell the membership. Make that the thing. And they get the workbook as part of it.
And what about she said 6. Yeah. So what about her building an email list?
What was her question there? Should she build an email list or how?
Well, I mean, you could give away the workbook to build the email list.
It's a lead magnet.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of lead magnets you could do. That's definitely one of them. That's probably worth looking at.
I know she does like 30-day challenges. Would it make sense for her to do a shorter challenge, like maybe a 3 or 5-day challenge? Like since she's got 6 different areas, she could do a 3 to 5-day challenge, and then the following week do a different challenge on a different area instead of doing one area for 30 days.
I would just ask, will it work? Like, what you need to do is get them a result. Will that work? Can you do a 5-day challenge that will get people results?
To move the needle.
Yeah. You might even be able to charge for the challenges. Like, if you can see that as a separate product or separate service, that you've got your main group and you're doing whatever you're doing inside the main group. If you're modeling exactly movement makers and you're doing twice a month calls, and there's value in there, and you're. I mean, I don't know how much you want to model, but take the whole thing. I don't care. Call it movement makers if you want. It doesn't matter to me.
But the Facebook option would be free for her. Get people into a Facebook, and then the movement makers would be a paid, twice a month model like Evan has.
Well, I'm saying the challenge might be something that could be paid, right? Like if we think about the value in movement makers, and what's the value of movement makers? Well, you get to join, you get the twice a month calls, you get to connect with other like-minded people, you get the community, all that stuff, right? That's what you get from movement makers. If I was saying, okay, guys, I'm going to do a 30, what?
No, you're just making me think. Every time you say something like, wow, that's a good, okay, go ahead. You're making me think. I'm having a Matthew McConaughey moment.
Matthew McConaughey did not make whooping sounds when
he just didn't make them out loud. You saw it on his face.
That was going on in his head. Okay.
Because he's a trained actor. He knows when to deliver lines.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
I'm just saying the man. I'm just like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You were not going, oh yeah, you're going whoop or something. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know if you're having a heart attack or something over there. Okay. So think about all the value that you get from movement makers now, right? Perfect. That's one product. If I took the 100 video challenge and said this is a paid product, 100 video challenge is a paid product, we're gonna set up a separate group for it. It starts on this day. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna look at some of your videos. I'm gonna give you feedback. We're gonna do a call together or whatever. Like that could be a program that I could sell. I could sell the 100 video challenge. So you could sell your 30-day challenges if there's enough value in the original group, right? If part of joining the group is you get the 30-day challenge, then if that's the value of the group, then that's fine. Then I pay for access to the group, but it might be a separate product you can add in on top. Something to consider. Oh my God, Drew.
Am I going white?
A little bit. What's happened with Drew?
Okay.
Drew joins and we feed 2-12 this team.
This is not my fault.
No? But
Kane is 0-4-2.
we have to have somebody to blame though, right? I mean, extreme
Okay, fine.
ownership.
Blame me, not the Bane.
Exactly. Extreme ownership on the Drew.
Yep.
For
Owning
sure.
it all.
Okay, so this one I was like,
When
woo!
when Evan dies, it's Drew's fault.
Now we're
If he
talking.
dies, it's Drew's fault.
First off, I haven't died yet, so I'm the only
Yes.
one on the team who hasn't died yet. So let's keep that in mind. What are you linking up, Zane?
So here's where I was excited. Okay, so check this out. Susie,
Okay.
what I want to ask Evan, and then I put a link in here so you can click on it, Susie,
Mm-hmm.
is that, does that mean she should also go ahead and create a quick, like one page, a sales page, just a one pager? And then I put the link for your, that she can use as a model. I'll put the link to your movement maker sales page in the chat so she can click on that to get an idea of the model.
Yeah. Yeah. And think if it's one product or two products, or it could be the 30-day couples challenge, and you have to sign up with somebody, and you are guided through questions that you have to answer, or routines, or activities, or whatever your process is. It's a great idea. I love the 30-day challenges, and you can always have new ones starting every 30 days. New challenge starts. Just ask yourself whether that is part of the membership, and that's the main value, or it could be a bonus that people pay for.
Now, and here's also just for more clarification. Does that mean that she's got one Facebook group that has the people that's in the challenge or that's in the membership, but should she have another Facebook group for people to collect the people that come in through the lead magnet, come into the community, and then she can shift it from that over to the other one?
It sounds like she's trying to make it way too complicated.
So she has a free group and a paid group?
Yeah, she has a Facebook group. Well, Susie, confirm this for me. She has a Facebook group already with people who've already that's already in her challenge right now. That's already in her 30-day. She did a 30-day challenge already. She already got some people already paid for. She's already got a paid for challenge.
Wait, is it paid or is it free?
I believe it's paid for. It's already paid for. Confirm for me, Susie. It's already a paid for challenge, so she's already helping people already in one Facebook group. If she goes out and says, "Okay, I'm gonna create a lead magnet to get the emails," that will have to be a separate Facebook group, right? So let us know, Susie. You already have people in a paid challenge, correct? A paid 30-day challenge. Okay. She says, no, I don't want two separate groups. The last 30-day challenge was paid.
Okay, so what do you want a free group that leads to a paid group as a start? Right? Like, do you want a free group and then a paid group, and then what's going to be the difference between them? And then the 30-day challenge thing is another group. So you want to run all these things or not?
Which is separate from the 6-month program she has, the overall 6-month program. So she's got 6 programs. Each one is 30 days.
Okay.
Am I correct, Susie? Susie, it seems like Susie has a life program. You know, some people have those 6 months or 1 year programs.
Okay.
She has a life program. I'm just trying to wait till she gives more feedback on it. More clarification, as Drew would say. I want to model my Facebook group off of movement makers, but the challenges are what helped me become the healthy adult I needed. So I want to know how to include them. Should I do one price, $49 for the group, and include the workbook each month, or should the workbook be an extra $12 on top of their membership fee?
Okay, let me ask you this. Are the workbooks tied to the challenges or the content in the group?
Okay, so she said, I'm trying to see how I should price it and also have PDF books that align with
Right. Okay, but is the workbook related to the 6, like to the content you're going to teach, or is it related to the challenge?
Susie says, yes to the challenges, and yes, every month there is a different challenge that they will go through.
Okay, so you sell the workbook with the challenge. You sell the challenge, and as part of the challenge, you get the workbook.
It's a bonus.
That's part of it. Like, you need it. It's not a bonus because you need it to finish the challenge.
And she said also, I'm just trying to see how I should price it, and also I have PDF books that align with each pillar that I include in my price. The current price for the challenge is $47.
That's fine. No, okay, but the PDFs go with the course. The PDFs go with the teaching and the training. The workbook goes with the challenges.
The 30-day challenges.
You need them to have it. Like, if they're not going to, think about the user experience. If they're not going to finish the challenge because they don't have the workbook, like if the workbook, they need to fill stuff out and they don't have it, what you want them to do is get a great result at the end of the 30 days. So charge more for the challenge. Make it $75 and give them the workbook. Like, if that's the thing that you're on like indecisive
Indecisive.
Indecisive? Wow. Indecisive about. Yeah. So you have your group. It's whatever, $49 a month. Awesome. Great. And then as part of that, you get the content. And then after that, if you want to do the challenges, perfect. Go for it. And it's an extra charge to the challenge. And they get the worksheets attached to it.
Almost similar to like when we're doing the Readers Club. I say you got to download the exercises so you can do your homework.
Yeah, like if Zan did that, but then
didn't have the PDFs.
You didn't have the PDFs, yeah, or like.
What homework? Where would you go? Like, no, the homework is very specific on the questions based on what you read. So they need those download sheets. They need those.
Like, think about the PDFs. Think about the video replay and the PDFs that we do for movie makers. Now they're not essential, but if they were, like, if you're saying no, the sheets are really important. That they're a really important part of somebody finishing a challenge. If you look at our FlexiX, it's like, hey, we filled this thing out on the fridge together. If that makes a difference, if people have the worksheet and that helps them finish the challenge 50% more likely, your goal is to get them to finish the challenge and give them the tools they need to finish the challenge.
So, how do you suggest that I advertise the group?
Okay, so what's your free content? So is it a free Facebook group into a paid one? Is it the free coaching sessions, Instagram lives, YouTube videos into the paid group? Like, what's the free thing that generates the attention? The coaching sessions, what's the free content you're making that then drives people to the paid?
Because it's not going to be the workbook, because your workbook's going to be part of your work. You're not going to give that away as a lead magnet.
I mean, it could be, but I think you could probably have other lead magnets. A lead magnet could be anything, like the 8 things
Could be a
that
video.
couples do,
Yeah.
when they don't, whatever. Right? I mean, you come up with a lot of different
5
options.
reasons why
for
you
lead
need
magnets.
to, you know, 5 ways to overcome abuse.
Yeah.
And then do a call to action in the video that leads to on your group.
Well, no, the lead magnet goes to an email, and then you get them on your email, and you give them the bonus, and then you sell them via email.
You know, it's funny. I cannot tell you the number of times where like people will like truly believe that social media is a sales platform. It's like, I don't know. Yes, if you're paying for ads, maybe, but like the free content, like get them on your email list first. Let email be the sales